Hello, good morning. Welcome to today's broadcast. Today, I want to talk about 3 quick tips to deal with toddlers' tantrums. So, I'm a mom of 2 boys, and my fourth child is still a toddler. Is 2 years plus, going to 3 years. So, we all know that the age range of toddlers are 1 to 2 years. So, 1 to 2 years, 2 years, 11 months. That's before 3 years, or we can just say from 1 to 3 years is the toddler age. So he will be 3 by January, and so I've seen those tantrums a lot, and how he throws it up. I have tried to see how what causes this, why there's so much cry. I've yelled, raised my voice, raised my hands, all in a bit to stop it, but I did that yielded little to no result. You may just beat there's calmness, but the attitude repeats itself the next day or over and over again. But to an extent, we have been able to have some control around that. So that's what I'm going to share 3 quick tips that you can also use for your toddler tantrums. The first thing is to deal with yourself first, because most times when we react to toddler tantrums, it's because there's something we're dealing with on our inside. We're angry over a certain issue, and we're trying to transfer aggression. Or we're angry, oh, this child is not respecting me. I'm telling you to come here, you cannot come here. It's something about you first. You need to learn to control your own self. Control yourself first before you're trying to control another person, because that child is a human being. And just always have it in mind that you're raising an adult. You're raising an adult, you're not raising a child. But if you're raising a child, you say, this child, I'm raising a child, you keep on going about it as a child, and you're raising a child. And when that child grows up, he's still maybe big body, but he's still childish in his mind, because you raised a child. Have it in mind that you're raising a child. How will you raise an adult? So that's the way you are going to work with that child. So the first thing is to that I've talked about is to deal with yourself first. Deal with your issues first. Learn to control yourself. Number 2, you need to learn to begin to communicate with your child. Have a dialogue. Even you say, this child is too small, will he understand me? He understands. Immediately you give birth to a child, science has it that the total brain of that child is already formed. You're not contributing anything to what I hear some people, what food do I give for the brain to develop? The brain is completely developed when the child is born. So every other thing you're doing is just, you keep adding for the general growth of the baby. Additions. But is it completely formed already? It's completely formed once the child is in the world with us. And so there are some areas that are still open to more growth and develop, and that's what is forming by the way you react to that child. When you are shouting, raising your voice on the child, the fight and the flight mode is turned up. He doesn't understand that, and so that's why kids begin to become aggressive, begin to become stubborn, and all those traits. So you need to dialogue and ask, why are you shouting? Why are you crying? What do you want? That's what you can even hear some people telling you, what does this child want? Find out what this kid wants. It's very important to note what the child is pointing to. So relate to that child as a human being. You can look at the child face to face. Especially face to face works a lot. It works a lot. You can come down to the level of that child. Look at him eyeball to eyeball. It works. You ask him whether he's talking or not. Ask her, what do you want? Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, let's just agree now that you're going to do this. Let's do your homework first, then I'll put the cartoon on for you. So when you do your homework, I put the cartoon for you. That way you have made a deal, and you have reached an agreement. You may just come down, okay, because it's expected that you actually do that for you, and don't fail at your promise. So that dialogue works a lot. And so the third one is to make sure that you don't yell. I've talked about it. See, yelling is bad. Stop raising your voice, especially in the morning and in the night. In the morning, when your child is about to go to school, about to face a brand new day, You wake up, wake up, hey, you're sleeping too much. This, no, do not yell. Talk normally to the child as if he's an adult, That way your child will learn to control him, because you that you're shouting is lack of control. You are not really controlling yourself when you're shouting all the time, all the time. So it's important to work on that. Make sure you don't yell in the morning. Talk to your child normally. Even if he's doing something wrong, be firm in how you talk. Come, let's go and bath. Be firm in how you talk and say it over and over again. So you need to work on your patience to be able to repeat it over and over again. When that child learns, you say he will begin to follow you without you even shout. You don't need to shout. In fact, Oman was saying that whenever you're shouting that, you're giving away your power, and that is true. It's energy that is being released, and so you don't need to give out that energy uselessly. Talk firmly to the child and fairly. Don't yell at all. And in the night when the baby is about sleep, as you do your prayers, as if it's from a Christian home, it's important to pray. Lead the child to the bed, let him pray after you. You pray and make sure you're not shouting at that point that he's going to sleep, because all these things helps. It helps the way the brain reasons. Because those things you're doing when the child is growing, you begin to normalize, okay, this is the way people should behave, this is the way it is. So it is important. It's very key not to shout. It's very key to negotiate. That's dialogue with the child. It's very key. So practice these points and leave me in the comments other things that you try to stop toddlers tantrum. And God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel, and I promise you superb content. Thank you, and bye-bye.